Oh, hello there. I didn't hear you come in. Have a seat and make yourself at home. Welcome back to Gridbot Solutions, the only company dedicated to helping aspiring speedwalkers achieve peak efficiency in their everyday transits. Last week we helped a speedwalker in need execute Heinemann's bypass to escape an unpleasant situation, and as promised, today we will be looking at the dreaded Colombian linear restriction. One of the most common and problematic of speedwalking dilemmas, the Colombian linear restriction shares broad similarities with the previously described Bavarian double blockage, in that it involves a group of slow individuals blocking a single footpath of considerable length. However, this scenario cannot be overcome simply by executing Heinemann's bypass, as the ground on either side of the path is not traversable. In order to escape this unfortunate situation, we will have to implement the second most important tool in a speedwalker's arsenal: planning. To illustrate this, let's take a look at the first documented case of the Colombian linear restriction. In 1819, the legendary speedwalker Pedro El Caminante was serving as a message runner in Simon Bolívar's campaign to liberate Colombia from Spanish rule. He was carrying an important request for more cheese rations to the company quartermaster, when he found himself stuck behind a local farmer's entire herd of sheep on a narrow road. With no hope of escape on either side of the road thanks to an unfortunately placed chasm of unfathomable depth, El Caminante was forced to proceed at a slow pace for the rest of his journey, the worst fate that can befall any speedwalker. You see, in his haste to collect the cheese, El Caminante forgot the golden rule of speedwalking: always pay attention to the path ahead. Had he done so, he would have seen the narrow pathway and the sheep herd well in advance, and had the time required to look for other routes. As he noted after the fact, there was indeed a parallel path nearby that was completely clear at the time. Had he seen it fast enough, he could have altered his route and avoided the blockage completely. As Caminante famously discovered, the reason why the Colombian double blockage is so reviled in speedwalking circles is because once a speedwalker is trapped, there is almost nothing they can do to escape except wait for the path to widen. This Caminante was forced to do, which wound up saving his life as the cheese he had been tasked to collect spontaneously exploded just before he arrived. Pedro El Caminante would go on to write extensively about the art of speedwalking in his later years, and has been widely acclaimed as pretty cool by subsequent generations. By taking his lessons to heart, a motivated speedwalker can learn to look at more than the ground immediately in front of them. Truly a revolutionary concept. Tune in next week as we travel to the great state of Ohio to learn about more advanced bypass techniques, and begin to consider the delicate balance between distance and speed. Until then, I have been Gridbot. Thanks for visiting Gridbot Solutions, and we hope to see you again soon.